big battle will be happening tonight between Nigeria, the Super Falcons, versus indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon in the make-or-mar match. Both of them are actually looking for who qualifies for the World Cup 2023 that will be coming up in Australia and also New Zealand. A big battle there. Well, welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. We'll be looking at that particular match that a lot of people are waiting for by 6 p.m. with just 30 minutes to go now. Match will be coming up, and Nigerians can't wait to see their ladies being us proud. Joining me to talk sport this evening is I have two wonderful sport journalists in the studio. Talking about Jide Olushola, good to have you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good to be here again.
Well, talking about another person, Busayo Lokere, good to have you, Busayo.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here this evening, and what a way that I'm in Trust TV for the very first time.
Good one there. Let's give you that. Let's give you that point.
All right.
Well, just have a look at the first story now. That has to do with Nigerian athlete. Before we talk football, let's talk about the Commonwealth Games, the World Athletic Championship that is coming up in Oregon, Eugene, USA. Nigerian athletes, African athletes are facing visa issues ahead of World Championship that is coming up. Just today, tomorrow, this event will be on, and most of them are still here because of issue of visa being denied them, or some are being delayed, and it's really causing a lot of problems, and people are not happy. In fact, some athletes are now really very, very unhappy because their name is not even on the list. The likes of Akitola Alaba and all others are not forgetting the Kenyan star who right now is flying high, the color of that country, Omanyala, also is still in Kenya and is supposed to actually race. Looking at this scenario quickly, African athletes, I'm sure all the bodies that regulate sports in each country, they've talked to American embassy to let this thing be issued, talking about visa. But it seems reverse is the case now. It's getting very, very tough.
Yeah, it's getting very tough. I read what Omayala said, where he's talked about that he had even applied long before now, and he doesn't know why the U.S. Embassy has denied him visa. The Nigerian athletes and officials are saying, or they got an information that those with diplomat passports can only be those that will be allowed into the USA. I think this is not too nice for a competition like that, the World Championship, and you are still having athletes not even in the city. It's bad. I think the Minister of Youth and Sport and also the Minister of Foreign Affairs should quickly act up. I was told there was a note verbal being given to the U.S. Embassy, but you go in and make sure that your athletes are in the tournament. You go down to whoever it needs to be placed. I read someone says that I don't understand why talks are being put in the realm of power to control visas and everything, but the Ministry of both Sport, Foreign Affairs needs to get on their self. Let's go there. What's happening? Is it in Lagos? Is it in Abuja? Our athletes are qualified for these tournaments, and they can't afford to miss out of the championship.
To me, it's a very big shame that these athletes cannot go to US. And looking at the fact that this is the duty of the federal government, talking about Sport Ministry and Foreign Affairs, to ensure that the athletes are not supposed to go to the embassy to go and look for this, to go and get the visa. Everything should have been done from them by the ministry. There are people who are in charge of all these things. They are competition committee and everything. I mean, whoever is in charge, they're supposed to go there and carry these people's visas, passport and everything, and go and get them visas to talk to US. At this point, it is sad. Like I said, I read one of the others posts on Instagram. He said he qualified for 100 meters, 200 meters, and I think 400 meters. And then the night came up that he missed the test competition.
They call it OCT.
OCT, out of competition test.
And the guy said, I've been around this vicinity, I did not go anywhere, and he did the test. It was confirmed that it was within the environment. So what happened that he now missed being on the list?
And so, also, there's another lady, a parable or thereabout.
Many of them.
So many athletes.
So many of them, and it's very painful.
So what are the people going to represent us?
And how many medals are we going to get back?
In US. So it's a shame. It's a shame. I read a statement from the ministry saying that they are trying to avoid what happened
at the
Olympics, whereby some athletes were disqualified for missing whatsoever. No difference it is at this point, for Christ's sake. When the competition is just a few days.
It's starting tonight. Yes.
I mean,
tonight.
For Nigeria, it is painful. It's painful. I wonder, nothing can be done right now. even if they fly tonight,
They can't meet up.
Some of them will have to meet their competition list, making sure that because 8 hours or 9 hours to the USA.
And they have to qualify too. They actually run qualified races before you actually qualify for the main event.
I think this is just too sad for me because when you put people in charge of things to be done and they're slacking up, there's no need of a note verbal calling the embassy. You get your passport. For example, if the NFF is traveling, there's a head of protocol. He goes there before this is the list, 22 players, 18 official, whatever. Then they go. It's easy. It is very easy, but I don't know, maybe. Don't let us put all the blame on the ministry. Let's look at the U.S. Embassy also. Why are they denying people visa? There might be one, two, three issues.
I don't think the embassy wants to deny visa just like that. Something must be wrong.
Because there is a condition saying that it's only those that have diplomat passports. Talking about the blue one.
How many of the athletes are having diplomatic passports?
So that's the first question.
I want to disagree on something.
Yeah.
The embassy will not just deny you
visa. That must be a reason.
And consider that it's even from the Nigerian government. So they want to give, so why are they not doing the same to other countries? That means.
But Omayala is from Kenya.
Hold on first. So why is only Nigeria now? Why is only Nigeria right now that's having these issues with the U.S. embassy? We have not heard about other countries having the same issues with the embassy. At least there are U.S. embassies around the world. So why is only Nigeria? Okay, not one athlete, not two, not three, not four, not five. All complain of the same issue, which is supposed to be the duty. No matter what I'm going to say about it, it's supposed to be the duty of the sports ministry, and they are collaborating with the
Ministry of Foreign Affairs
to ensure that these athletes go. So so let's just forget it. These girls are not good. They can't make it to US because if they go right now, jet lag before they will settle down in the hotel and everything and try to get acclimatized with the weather.
US weather.
With the weather, and it's all gone for them. It's all good for them.
Well, we hope that things will get right in Nigeria. We always do our own thing differently. Well, this time around is actually bridging across Africa because a Kenyan athlete, world star Omayala, right now has been the one running third fastest race this year. But right now, he's still in Kenya over there. Hopefully, maybe he's on his way to the US. But right now, we hope an African athlete or Nigerian athletes will still be able to, those ones that have been given the chance to go there to represent us, will be able to be on the podium as they qualify for different events over there at the World Athletics Championship in Oregon, Eugene, USA. Now, let's leave athletics aside as we talk about the big one for tonight. Couple of minutes now, Nigeria and Super Falcons are actually filing out against indomitable Lions of Cameroon. A big battle. Who wins this game to qualify for the World Cup and also get to the semi-final? Well, a big one, in fact, a make-or-mar match. Oluokere, let's look at this game, starting from game 1, 2, 3. Let's look at their performance in group stage. Nigeria, we know we struggled in our first game, although we bounced back against Botswana, against Burundi.
Yeah, well, for me, first game, I knew we were going to lose because I want to talk from Randy's aspect. Before he left, I think we had a conversation. And tactically, I draw out our midfield plan. Rita is getting old. We have a Christy Chebe who will play that DM for us. We had Alimatu Ayinde. We had Okobi. Played these girls against South Africa. We will beat them again without Rita. I'm not condemning Rita. Rita is old, is aging. But that was the midfield structure. And when he did that against Botswana in our second game, it worked perfectly. We saw them against Burundi. Perfect midfield, no problem, no headache in those two games. So for going into this game, I think he has learned his lessons, played this formation. I'm not scared of the Cameroonians. For me, we've played them 2008, 2004, 2006. I was in Yaoundé, the final of that game. I tell you, the pressure of that a day before and even the game. It took me 25 minutes in the second half. I was inside the restroom thinking because the noise as I was running commentaries and everything, they were just like, if we get that ball to win. But when Oparanoze stepped in the 86th minute to score that goal, they kept quiet and we celebrated back.
So we silencer.
It was just there. When we got to Ghana in 2018, we played them in the semi-finals. We proceed to the finals. So today, Nigerians, let's get relaxed. The same team list that was played against Burundi in the last game is coming up tonight. Nadozie, Oale, Onomebi, Payne, and Alozie will play from the back line. Then the midfield, Christy Chebe, Alimatu Ayinde, Okobi. We had the up front, Rashida Manumanu, and maybe Odega or Vera, Uche Nakalu rather, to play up there. So I think we don't have pressures on our head. We just want to get into the semi-final. That's the first thing he promised Nigeria, that the semi-final first. Let's get a World Cup slot. Then we'll go for 10. They are counting on us. And I just believe that the Cameroonians have also struggled in this tournament. They finished second from their group stage. So it's a battle of 90 minutes. I don't want the Super Falcons to stretch it down to the extra time or whatever. Let's win this game in 90 minutes.
Let's win this game in 90 minutes. Coming from Oluwokere there. Now we talk about it with Jide Olushola. Looking at this game, it's a very huge one. We are rivals when it comes to football, both men and women. And now the ladies know what is at stake. Nigeria, they won it 9 times, perennial winners. But they too, they want to go to the World Cup. They want to also qualify for the semi-final at the expense of Nigeria. But our ladies, just like he said, from your own angle, how are you seeing the team? Can they hold their own against the indomitable Lionesses?
Yeah, I believe so. If he plays the team that played against Burundi and Botswana, he has to drop the old legs. Yeah, because right now, now this game, now football has gone beyond. Yes, I appreciate the fact that the old legs are still experienced, but now we have faster players from other countries. Look at this, South Africa just finished. Because they are faster and younger. I'm not discrediting Onome B. I'm not discrediting
any of them.
Yes, they have the experience. They can come in probably towards the end of the match to stabilize if there's a confusion. But when you need goals, you don't count on these people. And Randy saw the errors, like he rightly said, he saw the errors in the first against South Africa, and he brought in the younger players. So I'm even expecting that he should even start something like Gift.
Give Monday. In fact, I was coming there.
Yes, so. because now this girl she's a bunch of talents, and I see her going places. I really want that girl to even start this game. Let's see what she can do from the beginning.
Blow the whistle.
Yes, to the end, because I believe she can cause damage for the
just like you have mentioned it. What is happening that Monday Gift, one of the 2 players that will pick from the home league, and it's not being given the chance. You see that those foreign players are so better than her, because if you watch, this lady can do it. The little time she has been able to, at least just little glimpse. Well, people have seen what she can do.
I wouldn't say Monday Gift should not start. I wouldn't say Coach Randy does not want to play Monday Gift. Let's look at how the scenario around Monday. Monday was dropped from the original list, but she proved herself from the Super 6. She has been the captain of Robo Queens and moving up there. Now from the Super 6, that because of Monday Gift, a coach was sacked because talking about Edo Queens. They wanted her by 5 by force to play for Edo Queens, but when Mima Matthew, the coach, says no, she doesn't want, and because of that, she was sacked in the first game in the women NWFL Super 6 in Benin City. So coming to play into the fold of the current Super Falcons, Randy, any of our foreign coach believes, the foreign-based players from US, yes, and they because the structure is different. That's why even at times in the Super Eagles, before you see an home-based player get to play that national team, it's always a difficult trial for them. So, but Monday Gift for me in the Nations Cup, in the WAFCON in Morocco right now, I think she has done 60% of what Nigeria expected her to do, but she can do better. So gradually you integrate such a player into the team
to give her that confidence.
So that's why Randy is playing her most times in the second half, just come in. I know we want her to play, but let's take it easy on her. Because you can't displace Ifeoma Onumonu now. You can't displace Uchenna Kalu now. Those girls are Rashida Rajibade. You can't displace that. Those are our best legs so far in this tournament. So for Monday Gift, I think just coming in the second half, do the damage, and that's all. But in this game, we need the fast players. Even if Odega will sit down on the bench today, let her sit and let her watch what Uchenna Kalu will do from the left-hand side. Let Okobi, the skillful Okobi, like I used to call her when we play together, make those moves. And Uchebe solidifies the midfield. Alimatu, very good DM. She will coordinate the back line. She will coordinate Onomebi and Ohale Osinachi. Osinachi spoke yesterday that they know what is at stake. They want to qualify, and Nigerians is behind them. They know they are going for 10, but the height is making sure that the team led by Gabriel Zabo. I saw them at the Aisha Buhari Cup last year in Lagos in October or September, and for me, the Cameroonians are not a threat to the Super Falcons. That's just my own word.
But my own major fear is Onomebi. Yeah, she's the oldest player in the tournament. 39 years old, and she's starting every game. That's my fear right now because she has lost that speed. Yes, she has the experience, but she has lost that speed. So I don't need to see around the plane. Though not because she's the captain that you must start.
After all, we normally have Ahmed Musa on the bench.
So it's not because the captain must start every game. Yeah, she's had the experience, but she has lost her speed. Let's see what they did against South Africa.
She was beaten several
times. And the Cameroon people.
But she gave us a concentration effort to score, right? With Rachida.
Yes.
How many of that?
Yeah, but that just happened. It just happened like that. But against Cameroon now, we have younger girls.
And I'm very strong, very physical.
Strong. And their goalkeeper is from Nigerian league.
And we should not depend on Ashley to cover up for her because that
Ashley
girl.
to some extent, Ashley can be a bit.
No, Ashley prefers to play where Onome plays. She's a left. She has to even play from the left hand side to run forward to run back.
From the way it is, now, the likes of Onome Ebi, Odega, Okobi, Rita Chikwelu, and one more, the name escaped my mind now, Ohale. Yeah. And those ladies, they've done well for Nigeria.
They've won 3, 4, 5.
To ease them out. Let's be candid with ourselves. And it's not as if we don't have. Wait, it's not as if we don't have. It's not as if we don't have players that we can integrate. Let's start. If we don't start now, it will get to a level whereby it will be difficult for us to get those players that we used to replace them because now they are not playing with them. Only Monday and which other player? 2 of them are picked from our league. Yeah. Cameroonian goalkeeper is from she plays in Nigerian league. She knows most of our, although only Monday and.
So that's why you have a better option when you are going to play. In this kind of a game, I've seen the Cameroonian player and I just wonder why Nigerians are scared. I'm not scared, to be more candid. I'm not even afraid that
maybe because we are scared because if you look at the way the men play football against Nigeria, it's always a war.
I'm actually not scared.
It's always a war.
I believe there's
and Cameroon against Nigeria, it's always aside the issue of football. Yeah. There's always a big widening match between Anglophone and
the Francophone
countries.
Still now,
they see us as enemies.
No, even in their country, 2016 when we were in the Nations Cup. There was a time a man drove from his house, bought casket and said if they don't pay him his salary, he's an Anglophone, he lectures in one University of Bill, that they must pay his salary, that he is working, the Francophone guys are getting the money. So you know the disparity is there. But when it comes to women football, on the continent of Africa, there is no team like the Super Falcons. I'm telling you, watch out for today's game. South Africa, if they are not careful, they might crash out. But they have a project that they want to go into the semi-final. The Israelis has been with them. One thing that has helped South Africa, Morocco, I think Zambia is the continuity along the line of their team. The coach of the Botswana guys, ladies, has been there since 2010. Continuity. But our own mentality here is just bring a foreign-based coach, let him come, put the guys wherever you are playing in Mexico, you are playing in China League, you are playing in this English League, the US League, come together and play. A lot of Nigerians, you saw some of our guys are there, Toby, Adepoju, Suleiman Puja, Kalista of our own here in Abuja, which they asked Randy questions. And you could see that he understands that these people are too passionate about Nigerian national team. They want the Super Falcons to play, to win. And that was why he began to make those changes, that he knew that this is the structure. We have a structure, we just want to win. We don't want any, if you like play dirty, just get that win for Nigeria so that we can get to the World Cup. Because it should be too saddening that our boys didn't make it to the World Cup, our guests will not qualify. So that target is qualified today.
If don't go to the World Cup, it's not new. It's not a new something.
No, I still want to take back March 29 away from my brain as early as possible. I want the girls today knows that life will go.
But of course, I believe that the girls should get today. Even though they don't win the Nations Cup, but at least when they can just beat Cameroon, we are true to get our ticket to the World Cup. So I have no doubt about the girls. We are going to do very well against Cameroon tonight. And my own prediction, if you have to ask me, is going to be 2-1. That's all.
No, I've not even gotten there. But now that you have mentioned it, you have mentioned it, 2-1 in favor of who? You better say it clear.
Of course, of the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
And you too?
Well, maybe if I say it, I don't think our lady Chiamaka Nadozie from Paris FC in France can concede a goal against this. I'm not scared. 2-0, maybe 2-0. but I'm not sure of how many goals. But we will score 2 goals to qualify.
We've been looking at the chances of Super Falcons of Nigeria triumphing over the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon in a very tough battle. That'll be happening live in a couple of minutes now. It will be starting, and we want to see our ladies triumphing there. We hope and wish them the best. At the prosecutor game, Jide and Busayo have been talking concerning this particular game. And before we go, let's look at Tunisia, South Africa. That'll be coming up after the match. That game, like you said, maybe Tunisia, South Africa could be beaten. I don't know, it's possible. But Jide, it seems you are not too convinced. Right?
I've not really watched Tunisia games, these tournaments. So I've watched South African games. But I believe the South African game, I love those girls. That's just it. I love the way they move. They are very fast with the ball. They think very fast with the ball, and their movement is just so superb that you think that these guys are not even girls. That they are men, and the speed. That's why they were able to run. They were able to run down Nigeria, the Super Falcons. So, but with Tunisia, I wouldn't know because I've not watched the Tunisia game. But I believe the South Africans will do well against. Tunisia cannot. I don't like Tunisia any longer.
Because of what happened at the Nations Cup. So, oh my goodness.
So, but I would support the South Africans to defeat the Tunisians.
Okay, good from you, Busayo.
Well, it will be South Africa going through, but it's not going to be an easy game. Yeah, the Tunisian team also, they play more like the European ladies. They don't have a good structured league, but they have some of their players who are top European clubs. South Africa might be missing Katlana tonight, so that alone would be a determinant.
It's a big one for them.
It's just like, thank God the Super Falcons were able to live out of the shadows of Oshoala injury, and now they've been able to come out and say, okay, now yes, it's time to play. It's time to hold our heads up. If you're Manu, it's time to tell us you could be our number 9. There's still Chinonye McLean who comes in maybe 20 minutes, Randy still wants to see what she can do. But now, for the South African, who will fill up that gap of Katlana? It's a big question. Desiree knows that that's a major key factor to what they want to do today. They have to like
she will overcome.
They have to
overcome. I believe in that woman.
They will have planned for
they will
that.
have
They will
gone
have
through
planned for
so many.
at least the absence
but
of,
they have Motlalo, they have Chibanda, and those girls. They are young, pacey, just put the ball. They know where the ball will go, and they play this kind of scientific football, which has helped them so far in the tournament.
Well, we've been looking at the game for tonight. South Africa, Tunisia, Nigeria and Cameroon, a big one there. Super Falcons, can they do it? They can. They've done it before and they can do it again. Supporting them from home, talking about sport journalists all across the globe, trying to give some eggs to Super Falcons. They can do this and we believe in them. But before we go, let me quickly run through some transfer stories trending. Even though our time is really up, let's talk about starting from home. Well, Nigerian, that has to do with a lot of Nigerians actually moving. But let's start from defender. Defender Martins delayed to accept pay call to join Bayern Munich from Juventus. That's it. News came out that the Leeds could be moving. He wants to join Bayern and he wouldn't mind to get a pay call to just join the Bavarian, as they call them. And quickly, we look at Barcelona to increase bid for Bayern Munich striker Lewandowski. Lewandowski has been subject of transfer to Barcelona, but now they are ready to up their game to 50 million euros for the player, who right now is still with Bayern Munich. And also Rafinha, the man that Barcelona have been pursuing to undergo medical, as Barcelona agrees deal in principle with Leeds United. That has been done, but he needs to pass his medical that will determine his move. Although it is still in his principle, but at least he's happy that the place he wants to move is actually having an opening. Now, Lisandro Martinez could complete Manchester United move on Thursday. Well, this man, the Argentine player that they've been pursuing since for a long time now, it's possible that he prefers to play for Manchester United. His former coach, Erik ten Hag, he wants to move to Old Trafford and is really edging closer. Now, quickly, let's talk about Hertha Berlin. Hertha Berlin signed Super Eagles forward Chidera Ijuke from CSK Moscow. Yes, he'll be moving to play there in Germany. Let's see more of him. At least he's edging closer away from Russia. Now, Ijuke is in Germany. He will be playing a lot of football there. Raheem Sterling completes for the £7.5 million move to join Chelsea. It will actually turn out to be £50 million with some add-on. By the time everything is concluded, a good one for him is already done, although as a Chelsea player, he's joined them where they are having their pre-season. Congrats to Bowley and his consortium, who are actually making to be the first post-Abramovich arrival at the Stamford Bridge. And the last one on the log is the man of the moment. Cristiano Ronaldo has been a subject of discussion because now he receives mega offer of £210 million to play in Saudi Arabia.
Just go.
What a way to go. Cristiano Ronaldo, at least that should be it. Looking at this particular story came in the morning, and a lot of people were like, what? That's 300 million euros. Saudi Arabia is offering him a club, although the name is not mentioned, but they have the money.
Peacefully, just go. 37 years old.
And just got retirement salary.
And they said out of the money, the 300 million euros, man, you will get 30 million. So yes. 270 is still
cool money. Retirement money. Just go. He's a billionaire already. So adding this one again with
and it's going to be a 2-year deal.
Come on.
By 40, what are you waiting for? I don't need to. I
don't need to consult. Retirement.
I don't need to consult. If I'm Ronaldo, I don't need to consult anyone. Mommy, who is my agent? Let's go. Let's just go and do the deal, because if you look at the transfer windows so far, Ronaldo is not happy. You are not signing big names, and you want me to go and play Europa. It will be the first world player to play in the Europa League, and that's what he's trying to avoid. That even if he's staying in Man U, sign quality players
which they are not doing something.
That can do something, but which he's not doing. So now 10 million. I just pack my bags, maybe immediately after the show, and they are telling me just do that money. I just step out of your door.
Start to give you free house, free accommodation, free everything. Everything in his life will be free. What is going to do? Plus
taxes, everything.
The share. They too. They know why they are signing him. At least more revenue for
before
the club.
Before he even gets there, they will have done the merchandise.
They've made enough money. They know why they are going in for Ronaldo. That's a big, huge one.
That will be the highest. That will be the highest.
But just
it will beat
Neymar's record.
Yeah, but
at 37.
But looking at just some of the transfer you just read, I'm sad for Martinez not joining Arsenal and even Rafinha. Because Arsenal were the two big clubs gunning for these two players, but now
Arsenal big club.
Big club.
Okay, maybe I should, but the time is not on our side. That will be another day for that, to see how the Arsenal and the Real Madrid man will be fighting concerning that. We've been giving you talk concerning Super Falcons versus Cameroon. That match will be coming up in few moments, and we just have to look at it. It's been a wonderful time with Busara Oluokere. Thank you very much for coming. And also Gideon Olushola. Thank you very much. Yeah. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. We wish Super Falcons all the best as they pursue their game. Thanks for watching.